So, on the whole, things are going pretty smoothly in your life. There aren't any glaring issues or troubles, and you're not feeling depressed or burnt out. However, you still find yourself feeling a bit meh, lacking in joy and direction. Why might that be, and how can you address it? That's what we'll explore in this video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. Do you recognize this scenario? Spending hours binge-watching TV, endlessly scrolling through negative news, or getting lost in online games. Yet, despite all this, you don't feel fulfilled. It's not depression either. You have optimism for the future and energy, so burnout isn't the issue. It's just that life lately has felt dull and purposeless, leaving you with a sense of emptiness, stagnation, and melancholy. You're not alone in experiencing this. There's even a term for it: languishing, as coined by sociologist Corey Keyes. Psychologist Adam Grant recently wrote a compelling New York Times article on the topic, which has resonated with many in Western society. Grant aptly describes languishing as the prevailing state of our era. Interestingly, being able to label this emotion is a crucial first step in overcoming it. By recognizing and accepting that what you're feeling is a common experience, you start to regain a sense of control, making it easier to navigate. So that's a positive start. The challenge with languishing is its subtle nature. When you're deeply depressed, it's usually evident to those around you. You might struggle to get out of bed or find yourself in tears frequently. However, languishing sneaks in quietly. Your motivation dwindles gradually and life's joys seem to diminish. Even when you do realize what's happening, it can be tough to open up about these feelings. We often lack the courage to answer, "How are you?" honestly, often defaulting to a simple "good," even when that's far from true. Our modern culture seems to push us to always maintain a positive facade, which can be quite harmful. What's worse, even if we do share our feelings and admit to feeling a bit blah lately, we're unlikely to receive helpful advice. Instead, we're often met with empty cliches or even insensitive remarks like, "Well, people in Africa are starving." A few years back, when the world underwent significant changes due to, well, you know what? A study found that the best predictor of well-being wasn't optimism, but rather experiencing flow. You're probably familiar with the term. Many have even read psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's book of the same name. Flow is a mental state where individuals are fully immersed or engaged in an activity, each person having their own unique flow experiences. It could be anything from cooking and playing volleyball to tending a garden. In a state of flow, we lose track of time and sometimes even our sense of self. While you can experience a semblance of flow while watching TV, it's merely a temporary escape from languishing, not a remedy. The reason is that when we're engrossed in a screen, we're passively immersed in a fictional world, whereas genuine flow demands active engagement with reality. The answer to the video's title question, "Why do you feel blah even when things are going well?" lies in our insufficient time spent in a state of flow. How can you address this? Adam Grant has formulated a theory on achieving a flow state optimally, focusing on 3 key elements: mastery, mindfulness, and meaning. Let's delve into each of these. Let's break down the 3 elements for optimal flow, starting with mastery. Feeling a sense of progress is crucial. Psychologists highlight that the sense of advancement is pivotal for job satisfaction. When we're languishing, we're stagnant. In flow, we're moving forward. Mastery doesn't necessitate becoming a world-class expert. It simply means achieving small victories gradually. For instance, if cooking brings you flow, mastery involves steadily improving your cooking skills by trying out new, slightly more complex dishes. The second element is mindfulness. Adam Grant notes that the average person checks their email 74 times a day and switches tasks every 10 minutes. It's hard to enter a flow state with such distractions. Cultivating mindfulness requires setting limits, such as putting your phone away or switching to airplane mode for a while. Lastly, there's meaning. While mastery and mindfulness help you achieve flow, meaning elevates it to a peak experience. It's crucial to feel that your activity serves a purpose. Using the cooking example again, if you're preparing meals for your loved ones, it automatically gives your hobby meaning. You're bringing joy to your family by nourishing them with delicious food. Adam Grant experienced the convergence of all 3 elements during a game of Mario Kart on Nintendo. Firstly, The game provided him with a sense of mastery, the gratification of strategically placing a banana peel that his sister then slipped on. Secondly, he needed to be highly mindful, completely focused on outplaying the other participants. Lastly, Adam felt a profound sense of meaning as he brought his family together through the game, providing joy to his children during lockdown and fostering connections with distant relatives. Their laughter and bonding over the game were heartwarming. This example illustrates that flow can stem from activities that are not necessarily highly productive, but are lighthearted and enjoyable. To shake off feelings of languishing and joylessness, you need to discover your own flow activity, something that combines mastery, mindfulness, and meaning. As I mentioned in a previous video, I aim to take up soccer, which for me induces a flow state. Find your passion, and the sense of languishing will diminish, if not disappear entirely. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the conversation. The crucial factor is identifying an activity that satisfies these three criteria: mastery, mindfulness, and meaning. It doesn't have to be an ambitious or serious pursuit. Simplicity and recreation can also foster flow. Consider what hobbies or activities fully captivate your attention. What makes you lose track of time and feel completely absorbed? For me, as I previously mentioned, it's playing soccer. The satisfaction of honing my skills, the necessity of staying alert on the field, and the feeling of contributing to a team effort all combine to create an ideal flow state. However, your flow activity could be anything: gardening, painting, playing a musical instrument, or even building model airplanes. The specifics are less important than ensuring that those three elements are present. With mastery, mindfulness, and meaning, you'll be able to regularly enter a flow state and leave behind feelings of languishing. Of course, this transformation won't happen overnight. Shifting your habits and discovering a fulfilling flow activity requires time and dedication. But now that you understand the essential components, you have a roadmap to follow. Start small, focus on gradual improvement in whatever hobby interests you, and consciously minimize distractions to stay present. Over time, that sense of joylessness and aimlessness will begin to fade. It's crucial to be patient and compassionate with yourself throughout this process. Languishing doesn't vanish with the flick of a switch. There will still be highs and lows, good days and bad. However, armed with this understanding, you'll recognize when you're slipping back into that state and have strategies to return to a flow mindset. So stay encouraged. Discovering your flow might require some experimentation, but the rewards are well worth it. Embrace the journey of mastery, nurture mindfulness, and link your activities to a deeper sense of purpose. I'm confident that step by step you'll overcome languishing and rediscover the richness and joy in your life. Now go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and begin exploring your flow.